Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. We got a phenomenal show for you today. We got Heather Smith from Heather Smith Outdoors joining us. She's got a lot of cool things to talk about. She's got herself involved in a brand new company. We're super excited to talk about it on the show today. And gang, we're still talking Save the Sand Bass. I got a great video I'll show you throughout the show today, all about how you can get involved. We're going to have the QR code so you can join the meeting. And I need everybody to share the video when we show it to you later. But this right here that Elliot just threw up on the screen, you all need to be a part of this meeting. I don't care if you're at work, if you're on the moon, if you're in Florida, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you are, everybody needs to be on this Zoom meeting. I want to see 30,000 people on the Zoom meeting on the 13th. They're trying to shut down fishing. They're using the word sand bass, but it's all just a big ploy to shut down fishing in the state of California. It's been one fish at a time. It's slow, methodical, taking away of our rights to fish, gang. We're going to talk about it all the way up until the Zoom meeting on the 13th. And that's how you're going to get on that Zoom meeting, gang. Grab the QR code, throw it up on your screen, take a picture of this, save it for later. I want you all to be on that on the 13th with us. And anybody that needs to know anything about what we're planning on doing, give me a call at 949-374-0786 after the show. I'll tell you how to get on the Zoom meeting and be a part of it. We have to be super articulate when we're on there. No emotional outbursts, no calling other people names, just totally handle yourself. And for a lot of us, it'll be the first time as an adult to handle ourselves in a meeting that's going to close fishing. And I can't believe it, but they do not want you to fish in California. That's the end. If that's so, if that sand bass thing goes through, gang, pretty much that's the end of sport fishing in California. I know you don't think it is because you're locked on the word sand bass, but they took our rockfish from us last year. They're going to take our sand bass from us, and there won't be anything left to fish for. So I need everybody to help us. But hey, enough of that. We have plenty of time to talk about this, but we have Heather Smith standing by. And you know, Heather, if you follow this show at all, she's been my guest 3 other times. She's a absolute savage young lady. She's done some things that I can't even comprehend doing. And now she's got a brand new business we're going to talk about today. Heather, get in here. Hey, young lady, look at that hairdo. Woohoo!
I cut it off. Short hair, don't care.
Just for the show, right?
Just for you and Kelly.
All right.
Yeah. So thanks for having me, Dave.
Oh, my pleasure. My gosh, it's so fun to watch your pages just explode and start to grow and grow. It's just amazing where we both came from and where we're set now, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's such a journey when you get into this because we both got into it for the right reasons, and so we were just sharing our experiences, and then it's grown into what it is, and you gotta love that.
Yeah. Now Heather Smith was on Naked and Afraid, and then you were on there 3 times, and then you were on Naked and Afraid XL, right? Or was that part of the 3?
Yeah, it's part of the franchise. So I've done Naked and Afraid. I did Naked and Afraid Castaways, and then I did Naked and Afraid XL. So, and I made it every time, no tax.
Crazy, crazy, gang. If you ever get a chance to go back and look, they're available all over. Anywhere you stream videos, you can watch Naked and Afraid. You can see Heather Smith. It's quite the adventure she takes us on all 3 times. It's an incredible adventure. The last one, I'll tell you, I was throwing stuff at the TV and stuff, but we talked about that at ICAST. So we'll get over that. But what do you got going on now? This is super exciting for my people with my website and my 5,000 members. I think there's some people that could take advantage of this thing.
You do a great job with your website. I know you've got 5,000 boat owners that you teach to fish, right? And that's on the West Coast. So what we've done is we are home. It's been around for 4 years. Actually, it's called BBR Bass Boat Rental. And I'm taking, now that I've came on board, we're going to take it on a national scale, which is where your West Coast is going to come in. And we are a peer-to-peer boat rental platform, in addition to a fishing guide booking platform, but we're going to focus on the peer-to-peer boat rental with you guys. So it's basically like an Airbnb for boats. And so we have it set up where you can list your boat on there. And we're not just talking boats, we're any kind of watercraft, jet skis, sailboats, sport fishing vessels, bass boats. We're home. We're actually one of the only booking platforms that does the home of the tournament ready bass boats. And so we have those on there where people can, the owners list them, people can rent them out for the day. You can rent them out for the weekend. You can rent out up to 6 days. And in this economy right now, we've got depreciating assets either sitting in your marina, sitting in your garage. Right now, people are having to work overtime to pay for those high grocery bills, and they're not getting on the water. And this is a good way to make up that difference in these higher costs in this economy.
So is there like anybody that, let's just say I got a 22-foot Wellcraft in Dana Point Harbor. I can get into this and I can rent that boat out when I'm not using it to other people. Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely. So what you can do is you can rent your boat out, and we have multiple options that the people can choose. So there's an additional fee, like if you're going to get your boat, right? Or yours is already in the marina. But let's say we're renting like another boat from someone, right? You can either choose to have the valet, so the boat owner, and this is actually up to the boat owner's discretion. The boat owner would list their boat. They can either valet it, so they'll actually put it in the water for you and have it ready to go at the dock, or you can pick it up at their home or wherever they keep their boat stored, while you're away, or while you have someone there, if you want to do an exchange with them. They have a checklist where they go through everything. They sign a waiver of liability. They sign, we have everything set in place. So the renter is responsible. We take an $800 deposit down. So if something happens, the insurance is covered for the $500. If the owner wants to put it on insurance, if not, the renter is responsible for everything. We had one guy that went to Africa to work for 20 weeks. And while he was gone, he rented out his boat 24 times at $600 a pop.
Wow. There you go, gang. That sounds pretty good. That'd pay for your dock or your storage for the rest of the year and make all your boat payments. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's the website right here, gang, if you want to jump in there and check it out after the show. And then, Heather, as we chat about this, I find it very interesting that someone's willing to keep track. Is there a vetting system so these people can understand how their boat's going to get taken care of?
Absolutely. So when it comes to bass boats, and you're looking at 250 horsepower, a lot of these 250 horsepower on the back. You've got a lot of electronics on there. We've got there's a tournament ready boat. Some of these guys are like, no one's driving my boat, right? So, but now we do a vetting process. We make sure that they're okay and that they know what they're talking about. We have strategic questions in place that we will know immediately whether or not this is someone that has experience with these kind of boats. As for the other boats, when it comes to pontoons, leaker craft, things of that nature, the boat owner is going to make the decision as to whether or not they're going to rent the boat to them, right? And on there, if not, there's also an option that we have, even with the bass boats, with all of our watercraft that we have, except for minus, I think, like kayaks and paddle boards, right? Which we also rent out. You can choose to have a captain. So if you want to rent someone's boat, or if someone has their boat, and they want to rent it out, and the renter wants to just have a fun day on the thing, and they don't on the water, and they don't want to be responsible for the boat or anything that may occur to it, or if the boat owner doesn't want someone to drive their boat, they can actually list their boat, and then they can list that they're available as a captain. So it's a double way of making money. It's a double dipping, because you're not only renting your boat out, but you're also renting out your time to basically be their driver.
Okay, well, that kind of brings up some kind of liability here in California anyway. If you decide to take those people on the boat and they're paying, you got to be a licensed captain.
So, now that's if you're always at a captain, only if they're on your boat with you.
If they're paying money, that's the law.
Okay. That's not we haven't came across that issue. The only issue we have is in Florida. To be able to do that, when you're renting peer to peer, you have to have a livery permit, which is free from Florida Wildlife and Fisheries, and you just go down and you get a livery permit.
All right. Well, that's a little different in California, but I know that the key thing to this is not running your boat as a charter boat or taking people out on your boat, but actually having people use your boat while it's sitting in the storage or while it's sitting at the dock and not being used. There's plenty of people that would love in Southern California to take your boat out and take their family out, go whale watching or take the kids and go half-day fishing locally, or just go do something cool on a boat. And this opens up, like you were saying, Heather, an opportunity in this economy for people to make a little money with their boat that's just sitting there depreciating every day.
And people don't understand, if they don't, it's actually not good for a boat for it to sit there in storage and not run it off. It needs to have some hours on it. So this is a good way to make sure that you're maintaining your boat and you're making money while you're maintaining it.
Absolutely. It's a phenomenal concept. When I was looking into it, when I was talking to you a couple of weeks ago, when you first announced it, I was like going down the rabbit hole. And then I was talking to some of our members, and they were like, yeah, bring her on the show. We want to learn more about it. So how did this whole concept come together? What happened?
It was actually really neat how it came together, being so family focused as I am, and I know you are, right? So the gentleman that started this had a son that was competing in the high school fishing tournament. Actually, one of his son's fishing partners is now fishing the MLF. He just came in ninth at the Toyota Series here on Rayburn.
Congratulations.
But and his son's actually one of the lead designers, the lure designers for 6 Cents now. But anyway, back at the time, um, he was looking at other parents, because there's a lot of parents that want to get involved with with bringing their kids out, fishing these tournaments. However, some of them can't afford to go out and get an $80,000, $90,000 boat, right? So he thought, what about the idea of having these boats available for parents to go together to rent to be able to get these kids into the tournament? And that's how the concept was created. And then he's had it around, for 4 years now. It's been around and it's been doing very well and it's been growing. And then he actually showed me his projected plan, which actually had my name on it originally. So he knew he was going to contact me. And so, and then he did. And when he contacted me, we started brainstorming. And I thought that, we both agreed that it should be on a much bigger scale. And there was just much more out there, and that we should bring it out, because there's a lot of people. He already has pontoon boats listed, but I obviously, I'm going to start pushing saltwater, right? Immediately. And so we need to have all kinds of boats and jet skis and kayaks. And we even have a category for others. So if people have paddle boards and they just want to rent out paddle boards that they have, like I said, right now, you have so many people doing so many things they can for just to supplement just a little bit of money. And this is something you already have, and you could just make money off of it.
So other than the website, is there a way for these people that are watching and listening and getting all excited about all the stuff they have sitting in the side of their yard that could be making money? How do they get a hold of you? Just contact you through the website Elliot had up in the QR code?
Yeah, you can contact me at bbrbassboatrentals.com. They can also reach out to me on Heather Smith Outdoors on all of my social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You can hit me up on all Threads, on all my social media platforms. Or you can reach out to me at heathersmithoutdoors@gmail.com. We have a mobile out that's launching for both iPhones and Androids on March 11th. That's a BBR Bass Boat Rentals phone app, so everything will be able to work seamlessly. We've integrated an AI chatbot in there with all the information. So if you want information on how to walk through the process, you have any questions about your coverage, everything's going to be on there. We're trying to make this as easy and just seamless for everyone to sign up and for everyone to get involved.
Perfect. Okay, there's a bunch of questions. Matt Ryan, good friend of mine, he has a boat. He wanted to know, do they come and get it and tow it to the marina? And his other thing is, how do you know these people aren't booger eaters? Well, Matt, if you listened, she was saying there's a vetting. They have questions that they can ask. But then the other thing was, if they need to come and grab it out of the storage yard and tow it down to the marina, that's available too, you said, right, Heather?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct. And so where's Matt, your buddy? Where's Matt? Is he in California?
Yeah, he's up in Long Beach, LA, Huntington Beach area.
Oh, nice area. Yes, they can. There are several
Used to
ways.
be back in the old days.
Yeah, yeah. So, it didn't burn down, right? So we've got that going for you right now.
Yeah.
but unfortunately, I pray for those people. But yeah, you can do that. It's up to the boat owner's discretion. If you want to choose valet because you don't want someone driving your trailer and you want to make sure that you want to go through that process, that's your choice. You can choose how the boat is going to be done. You're absolutely in control. You're also in control when the person sends you. You could ask them as a boat owner, send me your Facebook links. If you look on their Facebook page and you see that they've been fishing tournaments, you see that they're out there with their kids, and their family on the water. If and that seems obviously that you can take a look. People's lives are really on social media at this point. And I mean, that's a really good reflection to a really quick, easy lookup. But you are absolutely, as a boat owner, in control of how that works. And like I said, we had one guy that went to Africa for 20 weeks. He rented his boat out for 24 times, here in the United States. That's someone coming, getting the boat. We have a full checklist, like just like when you would rent a car from Enterprise, where everything has to be checked off, and then the same thing when it's returned.
All right, perfect. That kind of answers that, gang. If there's any other people that have any other questions why we got Heather with us today, you can throw your questions up on the side. I'll do more than my best to try to read all the questions. Our good friend Lisa's going out hooping tonight live. She'll be out on the water with Justin tonight. They're going to be out there around 6:30 tonight. If you have an opportunity to watch that show, gang, it's always a hoot when Lisa's on the boat. She brings it all night long. It's absolutely incredible. All right. Thank you very much, Elliot. That's cool. That's for tomorrow, though. But today is Deckhand Sports. We always talk about Deckhand Sports. Dave was my guest a couple weeks ago as one of our most watched shows in a very, very long time. So thank you, Dave Farron, for bringing it to the show. The Deckhand Sports kill bags and all the different backpacks that they have for dry bags and everything else. And now the new reel bags. Here's the air coffin, which is absolutely incredible. You can carry it down to the boat like it's your purse, open it up, take it out, grab the pump that comes with the air coffin, pump it up, and it becomes an ice chest, slide right underneath your center console there. And you can throw your fish in there when you catch them with little bit of ice in that thing. That thing holds ice for a couple, 3 or 4 days without melting at all, right? Deckhand Sports Dave. And he's right here on the show, gang. He's always there. If you guys have any questions, Deckhand Sports stands behind their products. And you can watch these guys putting the hurt on the yellowtail and the calico bass and the sand bass and the rockfish and all the other fish they catch. And then they go right into the Deckhand Sports air coffin, which is a phenomenal product. All these products and many, many more that Deckhand Sports has will be available at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival at the Orange County Fairgrounds the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th of March. The great Kelly girl and I will be there. Dave Farron's telling everybody that shows up at the show, if you're wearing your Saltwater Guide merch, you get a brand new Deckhand Sports hat like the one I'm wearing, or he's got 2 colors this year, so you can pick which color. All you got to do is swing by the booth, and he'll notice wearing my gear, and you're going to get free stuff. And then also it opens up the conversation to find out what kind of a great deal can I get because I'm wearing your Saltwater Guide clothes. And Dave Farron will be more than happy to talk to all of you. He'll be in the same place he was last year. He'll be in the hangar right at the front door. You can't miss him. He's got all the kill bags and the air coffins and all the backpacks right there. You can't even walk by the hangar without seeing Dave. So check him out there. It's going to be an incredible show. We're super excited about it. We'll show you a QR code to get your tickets for the show. And I would suggest if you can be at the show more than one day, it is an absolutely insane show. There's going to be so many people there. There's the way you can grab your tickets, gang, right through that QR code. And this year, it's almost a third larger than last year. Bill had to rent a couple tents for more exhibitors. So many people want to be involved in this show. So come to the show. It's going to be incredible. I'll be doing an hour and a half every day on the stage. We'll do a half an hour, or we'll do 45 minutes of stand-up, and then we'll do 45 minutes of answering your questions. If you've never been to see me speak, you're in for quite an adventure, but I would suggest to bring your children. I bring tons of free stuff for the kids. You'll never hear Captain Dave say a naughty word. And I tell all the children, if you hear me say a bad word, y'all get more free stuff. So it's probably the only seminar they actually listen to. So I will see you guys at the show. And Dave Farron, thanks for offering that up for all of our followers to get that free stuff just by simply wearing a shirt and walking by his booth. Pretty incredible. Thank you so much. All right. So back to what we were talking about, Heather. So there's a lot of my members are in the smaller boat community, if you will, something 30 feet or less, which would be perfect for this program because there's not a lot of systems that they have to learn how to use. It's pretty much most of the boats are turnkey, and they'll have what I wanted to know, because I don't really know. Do they, besides you and your partner, do the people, when they decide to jump into your program, will they have contact with the people that want to rent the boat?
So yeah, so whenever somebody wants to rent a boat, they make an inquiry and it's going to go to the boat owner. So all the exchanges are between the boat owner and the renter. We are not involved in the process. We are just the platform that allows everyone to post it on there, and then we're basically just the platform. And all of the communications are between the two of them, the boat owner and the boat renter.
Okay. All right. So is it kind of like a dating site where you put in your zip code to find out where the boats are?
So if you take a look, I don't know if Elliot can bring it up, but if you take a look at the website, when you go in there and you go under bookings, so it gives you the option that you can actually put in what city that you're going to. See right here, and you actually can pick by city. You can pick by specific type of vessel that you want to do. So you actually narrow it down. You put in what your destination is, what city that you're going to, and then you're able to drop over, and then you can pick what kind of boat type that you would like.
Oh my gosh. So now my head is going crazy. So look at, guys, we travel a lot. A lot of you travel. We get to places where we're going, and yeah, we just want to go out on a boat and take it out on our own. We're not really interested in going on it. This is an amazing product that you have, Heather, because I travel all the time. This would be cool to get in contact with someone when I'm in Florida and use their boat, or when I'm down in Texas to go use their boat, or if I'm on Lake Okeechobee or any other bits and pieces of water all over the United States of America. When you're traveling, you could just rent a boat for a few hours from. Oh, that's incredible. Now I'm really excited about this product.
Right. We do hourly rentals. So there's a choice that you could do hourly rentals. You can do it for the day. You do them overnight. You can do them for, like I said, up to 6 days. And so this is a great opportunity. I mean, like the littles and I take off and we go to ICU and ICAST. We travel everywhere just like you and Kelly. And so it's phenomenal because we could just stop halfway through on our way to ICAST as we're driving through and decide we want to go kayak, right? I mean, it's just if we want to kayak and somebody in the area has kayaks for rent, we just pick them up and take them out for a few hours, drop them off, and then we get back in the car and continue going. It's a great process. Let's say we stop in Mississippi and we want a boat. Fantastic.
That is insane. How many of you that are watching this show bought those kayaks months or years ago, and they're sitting in the side of your house or sitting in your garage? Could you imagine if all of a sudden you were able to make money off those kayaks that are sitting on the side of your house? Anything's possible. Like Heather was explaining to me yesterday when I was out for my walk. You got a paddle board sitting on the side of your house that ain't getting used. You just put it all into her website here. You have no idea. All I can tell you is that you don't know what they want, but they probably want something you got. And if you guys are getting a bad echo, EJ, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's coming like that. I'm doing the very best. I don't know. Elliot and I worked on it. We don't hear it, but if you guys are hearing an echo, I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
I'm hearing great.
Yeah, well, it's that hair. Now that you got rid of that long hair, you can hear better.
Yeah. I know. I'm all excited. Excited.
It's a totally different look. That's for sure.
I know. And look, this is what's so cute. When I put on a hat, it's going to be super cute.
Oh, yeah. Kelly was loving your hair when she saw it 2 days ago. She's all, you got to see Heather got a haircut.
I love it. What? Thank you, Kelly. She's so beautiful. I love her new tattoo.
Yes. I branded her.
I saw that. Yeah, this is a great opportunity for traveling anywhere. And this is, if you want to go to a place and you don't want to bring your boat, right? But you still want to be out there on the water and be in control of the boat, right? Like this is a great opportunity for you to go somewhere, have it already set up, and you can take a pontoon out with the family. Let's say you go, to Georgia. I mean, all the way from freshwater to saltwater, it's completely diverse. So I just think this is a fantastic opportunity for people right now. But you know how I am. I think like it's the girl thing, right? So I'm always thinking about how the cost is right now with everything and how we're just juggling everything. No matter how successful we get, our bills always get higher. It's just human nature, right? And so as we see other things increasing, we're always looking for additional revenue streams. And this is a perfect way for you to put that asset to work instead of depreciating. You can have a positive cash flow sitting right there.
And gang, we've pinpointed where the echo's coming from. It's coming from Heather because she's running around. She's got a million things to do, so she had to jump on her telephone. So that's why we're getting the echo, gang. Elliot's found the echo, and it's on Heather's phone. So
Okay.
we're doing the best we can. We're trying to fix it. If it comes out better, it comes out better. Elliot's working his butt off. But gang, I want you to understand that this sand bass thing is unbelievable. We got a good audience. We got a lot of people watching because Heather's on here today. I want to show you guys a video I just made. It's different than the video I made last week because we're coming down to crunch time. It's the 13th is when we all got to be on this Zoom call, gang. And like my sister said, if this goes through, the business that my father started in 1947 will be done. Now, the Fish and Wildlife want you to believe that there'll be no financial impact of this closure. I'm telling you, a business that's been in business since 1947, that most people in Southern California grew up fishing for this fish. My sister is going to be done with the 9 sport boats that run out of her landing. It's over. It's done. It's going to be done. So when they say there's no financial impact, that's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard of in my life. Because if you don't allow us to fish for a fish that's so prolific in Southern California, there's no shortage of them. You got to understand that it has nothing to do with fish, gang. This is all about control. Check this out. All right, everybody, we're coming down to crunch time. This is the barred sand bass. This is the fish that built the West Coast fishery. I'm going to show you a couple of sport boats that were built off the back of the barred sand bass. The barred sand bass is a super special fish that lives in Southern California, and it's very easy to catch. The population of this fish is outstanding. It's mind-boggling how many there are. But the state of California has some people that believe that this fish is almost extinct because they've never been out on the water before. Gang, this is just one of the many, many closures that happen in California all the time. We need to stop these closures from happening. This is a recreational fish. It has no commercial value. This is strictly for the recreational fishermen. Whether you like sand bass or not, that's not the point, gang. The point is, this is a systematically taking of our ability to fish in the state of California. They use names like sand bass and white sea bass and rockfish, but it's all just a big giant scam put on the fishermen of California in order to close fishing in the state of California. It's something like this has never happened before at the magnitude that it's happening now. They want to abolish recreational fishing in the state of California. I need everybody to get involved. On the 13th of February, that's in a few days, they're going to have a Zoom meeting where we can all get on there and voice our opinions. I need you to stay calm. I need you to be very articulate. Write down what you want to say. I'm going to put the QR code up at the end of this video. That'll link you straight onto the meeting. I need everybody on the 13th of February to be involved. Please help us. And gang, everybody that follows Heather Smith, you could all be on this Zoom. I don't care if you're living on the moon, if you're living in Australia, you're living in anywhere. We can all be on this Zoom meeting. You've got to let the world know how important recreational fishing is. If you watch Heather at all, you see the littles, you see Heather, you see all of Heather's friends, Ashley, Deadeye Jones. Everybody is going fishing. I just don't understand why the state of California doesn't want you to go outside and go fishing. It doesn't make sense to me. So I would need everybody to be involved. My plan is, and I've got Reed the fishmonger, and I got Luke McFadden, and I got Cliff Gray, all involved. They're going to share this video right up till the day. And Heather, all your friends, we could share this with everybody, because here's what happens, gang. Whatever happens in California, it goes to Texas. Whatever happens in Texas, it goes to Florida. So when they close another fishery in California, they're coming for you guys in Texas, Heather, and then they're coming for you guys in Florida. We got to slow down this madness. Now, we elected a human being that is slowing down the madness in Washington right now, and you see all the thieves are pissed. They are super pissed because he's taken away all the money that they've been stealing from us. We have hope if we all get involved, because I remember me telling Kelly in the beginning of November, there's no way the fix is on. There's no way the orange man's going to win the election. Well, here we all are. So if we all get involved, and social media is bigger than anything out there, that's why he won, because he went on Joe Rogan and he went on Theo Vaughn. If you guys help us, Heather and I, we will stop this craziness from happening, and we can keep fishing in California and across the United States. So please help us. Please, I'm begging you. I can't beg you enough. I do not want to grow up on a planet where I can't take my grandkids fishing.
No, not at all. You know what that reminds me? I want to throw it out there too for everybody that comes out. You know, I live on Lake Sam Rayburn, which is a bucket list bucket list lake. I'm sorry. So if you want to go crappie fishing, come fishing with me. You guys can go with Sam Rayburn's Best Guide Service. You can book it. It's $175 per person, minimum of 4 people. We can take up to 12 people on one boat. We have 3 boats. They have a cabin built on them with air conditioning, a restroom on board. We have a frozen margarita machine. And so we can accommodate groups of up to 34 people a day. You know, so come crappie fishing with me this summer. Actually, we start, my first trip out is going to be on March 17th. I've got a group of 11 ladies, and then we run all the way through November.
And to get involved with any of the stuff Heather's talking about, you can simply go to her Instagram page, her Facebook page, TikTok, Threads.
Right. TikTok, Threads, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, and I have my website, heathersmithmedia.com. That's my website.
There you go. Elliot's probably searching for that right now. He's always working his butt off, but you guys can get a hold of Heather there. Also, any questions you have for Heather, you can throw them up. She's going to go back in after the show's lot. There you go. There she is.
There's my peacock bass. There's the elk on the far right, and that's me right in the middle at Castaways when I was on that deserted island out in the Pacific Island, somewhere a little bit further away from you, but I was definitely on the Pacific side.
Yeah, it's an incredible thing you did with that Naked and Afraid. Like the first time I met you, I said, how in the hell did you do that with all those bugs? And then you went and did it again, and then you did it again. And I was like, man, that is incredible. The bites that's enough for me. I think I'd be tapping out the first bite I got. That was an incredible thing that you did all 3 times. If you guys have a chance to watch it, you'll just go, whoa, that she's a badass. Absolute. And you're always looking for the next good thing. And that's why when you announced this bass boat rental thing, I was like, I got to get her on the show. We got to get our people involved, because I got so many people that own private boats here in California that the boats just set most of the time. So this is pretty cool that you come on my show. I appreciate you always when you take time to come on my show, because you're a very busy young lady raising those 2 little girls, and then your adult girl and doing your life. It's just amazing that you have a couple minutes to hang out with Captain Dave. Thank you very much.
I'm always so grateful to be on here. You have a great crew. I like Elliot's awesome too. I met the whole crew at iCast, and so you guys are awesome. And I love what you do with the sport and how you interact with children. That's so important to me. You know, like I see a lot of people going out, and they're, you know, some other people that are doing what we're doing, but they're not inclusive with the children. And I just think that, to me, outdoors and family is hand in hand, you know.
I believe that wholeheartedly. And if we don't keep the children involved, Heather, it's going to be super easy for them to take away our ability to fish in the United States of America.
Absolutely. You know, spark the passion inside their belly, the fire in the belly now. You get them hooked, literally. You know, get them hooked now. It's tackle boxes over X boxes. This is what we need to focus on.
Yeah, and Steven's waiting from Tackle Meet. We're going to talk to you in a minute, Steven. Just stay there. But Heather, I wanted you to talk to people real quick. A lot of people haven't seen you. We got a bit different audience all the time. We're gaining new followers all the time. You talked to me the first time we were together. Your father was a captain. Your father got you into this outdoor life fishing thing and how important it was as a young lady. And that's one thing that's missing. Like when I had you and Miranda and Ashley, and you guys drove it home so much about how it's just because you're a little girl doesn't mean you're not going to love being outside, going fishing and going hunting. And the stuff you and Ashley did the other day, hunting those rats. Oh my God. When you guys posted those,
it's actually really good eating. I wish you're gonna have to come down. I'm gonna have to cook you a Nutra. It's Little's favorite food. Everybody, I'm like, it's amazing. But yeah, I can't contour makeup, but I can back up a trailer. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, yeah, it's all about being a woman, empowerment, bringing your children. It doesn't matter who we are. We can vote now too. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that it's amazing to get everyone involved in the outdoors. And I love my friends and I love what we do and I love what we stand for. And so, it's just a good feeling. It's a wholesome feeling to be out there. Nobody can really understand the reset. My dad, you're right. My dad was a master merchant mariner. I think they called him like it was a grand dragon and something else because he's past the timeline and he passed the equator, you know, like, so he did both, you know. And my very first fish, that big fish, okay, so I caught little fish, but my very bigger fish was a big sheep's head. It was, I mean, as big as a sheep's head gets when you're like 5. But I remember I lost my tooth that day. I lost my first tooth that day. So, you know, and I was out at the fish camp the family had out in Homa, and so in Louisiana. So, you know, I'm from South Louisiana originally. And you know, I was born in Raceland, and which is Lafourche Parish, and I think that in Lafourche Parish people had fishing rods before they were walking. You know.
Yeah, and I think it's so important. What your message is to take your daughter fishing, take your daughter hunting. Don't not think that they don't want to go, because look at Heather. She got involved in this, like she said, before she could walk, and it's super important. That's the thing I think a lot of guys miss out on, is if you could introduce your daughter to the great outdoors, you might have the best fishing hunting partner in the world, right, Heather? It's hard to beat the passion you have.
Oh, Little smoked me in Lake Texoma, and it's like, so when we were up there fishing for stripers, the Littles and I have a competition. I brought them to the Chandelier Islands. I couldn't even catch a fish. They were so busy just slamming the trout that I was like, right when I was trying to throw, you know, cast a line, they were already hooked up again. So it's so important to get them involved. Of course, I'm going to tell you guys this. There were times that the Littles were like, we don't want to go. And I'm like, well, we're going. So, and then they got out there and they were so thankful afterwards that I was like, no, you're not going to go, you know, do something ridiculous. We're going to go out here. And then afterwards, they're like, that's the best time. When are we going back? Like, if they don't know what the experience is, you don't know if they don't like it. Right. And so you've got to give them the experience to be able to try it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we say. And my wife just posted, Heather, echo or no echo? We love you, girl, Heather.
I love you, Kelly.
Yeah, there you go. And then one of our biggest fans, Lisa, she's on here every day. She never misses a show, and she loves to fish and hunt. And she's like loving you right now. She's got a million comments for you, Heather. Hell yeah, girl, you go. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people love you, and I love having you on our show, and I thank you so much. If you got to get going to pick up the Littles, I got Stevens in the wing standing by, Heather. Thank you so much. And do myself and yourself a favor. Jump on these comments when you have time tonight, when you get done taking care of the Littles, and then also you have access to our website. So get on there and post on the community, and so that, because there's a lot of people that are members and they want to know what's going on. So get over there and do your thing, young lady.
I'm definitely going to be posting on there tomorrow. I appreciate you so much, Elliot, in the back end. Thank you so much, Captain Dave. Kelly, you're amazing. And I appreciate everything. Fish like a girl. Just get out there.
Yeah. Woo. All right, Heather. See you later. Hey, Elliot, let's bring Steven in here and talk about tackle meet this weekend. Steven, welcome to the show, buddy. Thank you.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me. Can
And
you hear
then,
me okay?
yeah, I hear you just fine. And then, Todd, if you're going to hang out at the 1 o'clock time, we'll bring you into the show, Todd, to talk a little bit more about this sand bass thing. I know, Elliot, I'm not planning on you being, but Todd's on standby here. We got to run this sand bass thing down the throat because guys like Steven won't be selling any tackle if we lose our sand bass.
Right.
So what's going on, Steven? What do you got going on, buddy? We've been trying to get you on the show for a while, but I've been too busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad to be here. Like I was telling you earlier, man, I'm just super excited to finally be on your show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
Tackle Meet is this Saturday, tomorrow, February 8th, in the city of Bellflower. We have about 56 booths sold already. So there's a lot of fishing tackle, new and used gear, so come on down. Rain or shine, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain.
No, it looks like the skies are going to open up for you this weekend. Those of you that are members of the website, we talked about it on our game plans. The ocean's got a tendency to maybe be a little screwed up after all this rain and all this runoff. The address for Steve's tackle meet is right there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Maybe it's the right hand on your screen. I'm not sure, but that's the address. That's how you can find them. This is a great running up to the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival, gang. This will get you fired up, get you around the people that love to fish. This is definitely not a trade show. This is more of a tackle meet like the old swap meets that we used to go to, but it's all about fishing tackle. It's really quite unique what you've been able to put together, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, like I started this thing. It was like just a little swap meet where people came out, cleaning out the garage with a little table. But it's grown, man. It's grown into something close to what an expo would be, which we're working on soon. But we got real brands. We got up and coming brands. There's 80% is all new manufacturers or even names that are already established. So it's grown more than just a swap meet now.
No, it's a pretty cool deal, and it's accessible. It's right there in Bellflower, so it's kind of in the middle of the hub there between Orange County and LA. It's going to be a phenomenal day tomorrow to go out there to the tackle meet. One thing you were telling me, though, before we went live, a lot of the people that are going to be at your tackle meet, they have booths at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. So you're going to be hanging out there, too, after when we go to Orange County to the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival. Steve will be there in some of his sponsors' booths. But if you guys can make it out to the show tomorrow, Steve's got a big announcement. Listen to this. If you show up and let him know, go ahead.
If you show up and you mention the podcast, that you've seen it here on your Saltwater guide, I will give you a free ticket to the raffle. And if you're wearing any swag from Dave, anything Saltwater guide, you'll get 2 raffle tickets.
There you go, gang. That's a pretty good deal just for showing up because you watched it right here. And do yourself and do all your friends and family a favor and share this because this is a big time run up to the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival. It's going to be fun. Get everybody together tomorrow out there in the parking lot doing this swap or this tackle meet. Look at some of the products that they have are top of the line. Like you said, 80% of the tackle's brand new, right?
Right. Yeah. So tackle meet, it's for everybody. It's for, it's really for the real fishing community, like everybody that is really out there on a daily basis out there fishing. So you get to meet like the companies that are actually making the baits and the tackle that you're using. And then it also gives these companies a chance to meet the customers that are actually using their products. But it's not just, like I said, it's not just, people cleaning out their garage. It's a lot more than that. I hear all the time, like people are expecting something completely different. But, if you're looking to grow your brand or if you have an established brand, we welcome everybody here.
No, that's the good thing about it. And it's kind of like when you're standing there, it's kind of like being on the back of a sport boat. Everybody's got the same goal. Everybody's talking fishing. It's just a wonderful time to be hanging out with a bunch of like-minded people, right?
Right. That's what it's all about, man. I mean, the tackle meet is just, greet and meet, right?
And it's just a fun way to spend a Saturday, especially with the way the weather is right now. And we're all fishermen and we're all looking for something to do. That air is kind of unstable. I don't know if it's going to blow tomorrow or not. I know the water is going to be pretty dirty, though, because of all this runoff. So this would be a fun place to hang out. Go check out what he's got to offer you. Go see for the first time. And then walk up to Steve and say, hey, saw you on Dave's show. You get a free raffle ticket. What are we giving away in the raffle?
Oh, man, we got a bunch of stuff. So usually a lot of I would say most of the vendors donate to the raffle, so you'll get to try some of the the products that they're offering as well. On top of that, we have fish finders. I got some some boots that I got off of West Marine that were on sale, so I bought a bunch of those for the raffle. There's combos. Everybody donates. I mean, there's so much stuff. If you've been to a tackle meet, you know that the raffles, I usually have some pretty great prizes. People come to tackle meet just for the raffles. But yeah, come on down.
And what time does it start?
So it starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. So that's a different thing that we're doing this time. Usually we would start around 7, end around 2. But I did a post, I did a poll to try to find out what the customers really want. And I heard you guys, you want later hours. You want us to be open longer because your days on Saturdays start later. I usually try to target those early fishermen, but now we're going to try to get to the people that, just want to relax on Saturday in the morning and then come, about noon or 1 or something like that. So we're catering to you guys this time. So 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And then how many vendors do you expect tomorrow?
I have over 50 vendors already.
Oh my gosh, gang. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff there. So can you mention any of the vendors' names, or is that top secret?
No, I could do that. I have a Big Belly Anglers, DWCC. I have, let me see real quick.
Yeah, take your time. We got nothing but time. And Matt, it's only on Saturday, no Sunday, just tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be doing some 2 days here pretty soon. Trying to work on something really big this upcoming year. But I have, let's see, I got Salty Bastards, Butthead Baits, Smack Baits, Sal's Bullet Jigs, CML Jigs is gonna be there, Fish Hard Clothing, Waterman's Life, Preferred Plastics, The Fishing Players, Something's Fishy, Reeling SoCal, Martin's Fishing Tackle, which is really big in the industry. People know who he is. He's going to be there with some deals. Mogo Fishing, and then I have a live performance from Kelly Product coming, with just a few of the names and stuff like that. So there'll be actually a concert this time, which I haven't done before. So that'll be kind of new.
How fun is that? That's going to be a wonderful time. There's going to be a lot of people there with a lot of cool products. Elliot loves the name Salty Bastard. He thinks that's hilarious.
Yeah, Salty Bastards. I was trying to figure out which hat I was gonna wear for the interview. So I got the Big Belly hat right there, or the Salty Bastards hat.
Look at that.
Some of my favorite clothing. Everybody kind of donates some stuff for me, but those are the ones that I rock. And then DWC always has the best hats too. There's some cool stuff here though. Apparel and tackle. All about fishing though.
Nice. And you're going to have Brandon there from Something's Fishy. We talk about him on Saturdays all the time. That product is incredible. It keeps my house from stinking from monkey piss.
I love that product. I love the show. When he does the show, he has that little bottle of fish eggs. You put your finger in, knuckles deep. And then he sprays it, and people are shocked, right? It takes the smell away like that
instantly. That's
It's amazing.
A couple of years ago, we were at the PCS show, and he was walking around when he first started and I was buried, but he got my attention, and he showed me it, and I was like, okay, challenge. Give me a bottle of it. I'll take it home. And if it takes away the smell of Marley, because there he is up top right there, Steve. See him?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
right there looking out. He knows we're talking about him. But I said, if you can take away the monkey smell, because monkeys they like to mark everything. So Kelly and I will wash all of his bedding and stuff. And then 5 seconds later, he pees all over everything because he wants to mark it. So his room would stink, but it doesn't, because I have so many bottles of it now because it absolutely worked. I told him, if it works, I'll talk about it. And it worked.
Yeah. I used to work at a big cemetery here locally, and he used to always try to get me to give it to the guys that drive the hearses and stuff like that. I used to hand out free samples to them to see if it took away the smell.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
We used to have a lot of fun with that.
Lisa, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner right now, right underneath my ugly mug, you see the address. It's in Bellflower. Go ahead and give everybody the address that's listening, driving around. Steve,
it's 14722 Clark Avenue, Bellflower, California, 90706. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday. Tomorrow.
And there should be a big turnout. Lisa's going to be fishing tonight on Justin's boat, fishing for lobsters. And then she'll come by the show tomorrow at the tackle meet and say hi to everybody. And you guys can shake her hand and tell her how much fun it is watching her fish. It's amazing to watch that young lady out on the boat. She's got the bug, Steve. I don't know if you've seen Lisa out with Justin yet. It's a pretty good show.
Oh yeah. I went out a couple of days ago, right? Tuesday, right when it began to rain a little bit. But man, we did good. We had we hit limits for 2 people, so that was good. We had to work till midnight, but oh well, it's the game.
Yeah, that's okay. If you got limits, that can't get any better than that. You're only allowed limits. That's all you can have.
All right. Yeah.
And Lisa's asking, how often do you have these tackle meets?
So right now I have 6 dates that have been secured. I have 2 locations right now. So I'm trying to do them almost every month now. But I've had Bellflower and Costa Mesa, so I'm doing 3 at each, and then I'm working on something in the IE, somewhere like Ontario, Fontana, somewhere in that area. I got a couple spots that I'm looking into, and then I'm also trying to go down to San Diego, so I have some guys working on some spaces or some places for me to start throwing some tackle meets in San Diego.
All right, that'd be awesome. So as this goes along, gang, and when you all show up tomorrow for your free raffle ticket and Steve sees the power of your saltwater guide, you may be seeing more of Steve on our show here before his next tackle meet. But don't think for 1 second, Bill DePriest or anybody out there watching from the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing, this does nothing. This doesn't take anything away from what we're about to go off at. The Pacific
Other than
Coast,
it's free parking and free entry.
The Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival is quite an amazing event, gang. But
yeah, I'll be there.
It's that kind of an event. The who's who of the industry is all going to be there. But what the cool thing about what Steve's doing right now, free parking, open free to the public. You get to come in and be with a bunch of like-minded people and talk about getting ready to go to the PCS show and who's going and who's not going, and see the people that show up wearing your saltwater guide gear, and then get your free raffle tickets. Or then how about if we wanted to buy a raffle ticket?
Yeah, so the raffle tickets are 30 tickets for $20. That's the best deal we got.
That's a phenomenal deal. You can't beat that.
Yes, sir.
You don't have anything that's not worth at least $20.
Oh, no. Everything there's worth
nothing in the fishing business for $20. Well, wait a minute. There is the live deception flash jig. I'm sorry, we go into a million things. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. At tackle meet, yeah, you can definitely spend that money, pretty fast. Yes,
you sure can. Well, Steve, I thank you. I hope a lot of people show up for you. I
Thank
got my
you.
good friend Todd Manser hanging out in the wings. No, he's not. He's not even on here. I don't know. So I thought he was going to get on here, but he's not on here. He's just leaving a message. We didn't send you a link to get on here, Todd. So if you got time tomorrow morning, Todd, we'll bring you on to talk about it. But we ran out of time here today. I don't have a way to get you on. By the time you link in and all that, it's totally different. Unless you have the old link and you jump on right now, Todd, we'll go with you for a minute. But if not, if I don't see you in the next couple seconds, we're going to go. Steven, one more time. How are they going to find you? Where's it going to be at?
So I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, all under Tackle Meat. So just Tackle Meat. And then tomorrow at 14722 Clark Avenue, Bellflower, 90706, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And come with some money to spend.
Yeah, absolutely. The great Todd Manser, if you call me on the phone right now, we'll talk about you for a couple minutes. We'll talk about this sand bass thing. Just call me on the phone because I can't get you the restream connection in time.
Hey, how close
Elliot,
are they really doing that sand bass thing?
what?
How close to it actually, being a real thing? That sand
Oh, it's
bass
a 1000% real thing, bro. If we don't show up, if everybody doesn't show up, they're going to take it away from us. It's that
That's
easy.
crazy.
And it's in
It's
5
just
days,
nuts.
in 5 days, we literally can have no sand bass to fish for in Southern California. It's the most terrifying thing. And the really sad thing is no one's even talking about it except right here on this show. I don't know why the industry doesn't understand. When this is gone, it's over, gang. The bait barges are done catching this live bait. It's done. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
shared
know
it on my page too a few times. I went on that I voted, or signed the petition or whatever that was.
Yep. And
Hope
that's good. That helped for last week, but here we are this week. We need everybody on this Zoom call, gang. I'm throwing the QR code back up on the screen while Elliot's showing everything about it. This is as real as it gets. We're not making this up. It's not something I think I need to make up. They're going to close it. They are doing this. Man. The only way we can slow it down or stop it is if 30,000 of us show up on this thing. And I'm not going to play the game that the other people in the industry want to play. They're like, let the process be the process. That doesn't work for us, gang. It's never worked for us. It's not going to work for us this time. If we do not show up to this meeting, they are going to take the sand bass away. And it's going to be so easy for you all to be a part of this meeting. The QR code's up on the screen right there. Every single person needs to be involved in this. I don't care if you even like sand bass. We talked about it in the beginning of the show. This has nothing to do with sand bass, to be perfectly honest with you, because there's a million sand bass out there. If you could read between the lines and understand what's really going on, they do not want you to fish in the United States of America. And as sure as hell do not want you fishing in California. This is a giant scam. And a lot of scams are being uncovered here right now by the new administration. This is one of the biggest scams, is as they take our fish away. This is 100% a recreational fish. This has never been a commercial fish. They do not commercially found this. They do not.
Yeah.
They do not commercially fish these fish. There's no shortage of these fish. The only people that think there's a shortage is people that don't know how to fish. I can't help you. I built a website for you. If you don't want to follow along and learn how to fish, that doesn't mean there's no fish just because you don't know how to fish, gang. Please help us save fishing in California. Don't sit on your hands. Don't suck your thumb. Get up and be a part of this meeting on the 13th. It's imperative, gang. If we're not all a part of this, you're going to look up on Friday and go, they just took our sand bass. But I was too busy. I had a hangnail and I couldn't get on the call. You can get on the call wherever you are on the planet Earth. And if you have more than one device, hook all of your devices up.
That's a good idea.
I'm telling you, this matters, gang. If you don't think it matters, remember, you all thought Orange Man would never be president again. He went on Theo Vaughn and he went on Joe Rogan, and now he's the president. We can change this. It's not the way that it was in the old days. Everyone says they've already made their decision. That's because they haven't seen 30,000 of us show up on a Zoom meeting ever. That's going to be simple. If you all help, if you all hit that QR code, and we're going to talk about it all day tomorrow, or Monday, Tuesday, right up till the show on Wednesday. And I'm doing an emergency meeting with Cliff Gray. We're going to be on his podcast. We're going to be promoting the hell out of this in front of all of his hunter buddies that they're taking away hunting on a daily basis. Justin can talk about that when he's on the show tomorrow morning. But everybody, please help us. I can't beg you enough to help download that QR code and be a part of the meeting. Steve, thank you so much for being on the show with me today. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great tackle meet tomorrow. Take some pictures, and we'll post them on our show tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me again. Like I said, thank you so much, man. I really, really, really appreciate it. We'll work something out soon, man. Thank you.
You got it, Steve. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching our show today. Help us save sand bass. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. 9 a.m. We'll do the fish report every Saturday morning. Tomorrow will be sponsored by Colder Ice. You need to learn about what Chris has got going on with Colder Ice. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank you very much.